Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Tuesday, January 7th, 2013. All right, scheduled news for today. The only thing is international trade, which may have an impact on the overall market, or probably more specifically just on stocks that are for large companies that may be dependent on this number for any sort of planning activities that they might have. Tomorrow we have the FOMC minutes, which could be a biggie, but probably it's going to be, well, we're going to stay the course, I would guess, at least until Janet Yellen gets in. So here we have, she has been confirmed as the next chief of the Federal Reserve. All right, taking a peek across the pond, in Asia, we are mixed to bearish. But in Europe, it's all looking pretty bullish, at least at lunchtime today. Take a look at what's going on here in the U.S. and what looks like as though we're going to gap up very nicely today after a slightly negative day yesterday. I have a chart up here of the VIX, and well, it's kind of curious, if not uninspiring. It's definitely not awe-inspiring, that's for sure. We're pretty close to the low points, which is about 12.5 is around where some of the lows are, maybe 11.5 for the absolute lowest. So I don't know what you can garner from this, if anything. You know that from a recent perspective, we're looking at about 13.5, which is moderately low from a VIX perspective at this time. So that is something to take a look at. And then yesterday, we did finally end up a little bit negative. This is today, and it looks like we're going to be moving up. It actually started, I think, at 6 o'clock last night, Eastern Time. Today started. It's weird. But anyway, so we did have a little bit of a 3-day pullback here, and now we should probably be coming up with a bunch of really good candidates. And let's take a look at what happened yesterday. I did get all of my alerts did trigger. I had an alert on Boeing. I didn't like the premium on the spread, so I took a pass. Also, I was a little concerned about this gap because of the contract negotiations that they finally settled. I don't know if this is, just a euphoric gap up and then a pullback during the day. So I just wanted to be a little bit careful about that. I'll probably wait for the next cycle. And then we had an alert on FedEx, and it did nothing but pull back for the entire day. So we do have a green hook up on the stochastic here. We'll just see if it recovers today or not. And then Google, I looked at these in the morning, and then my alarm never went off in the afternoon. So I'd like to get rid of this. I'm going to just do this. There. So my alarm never went off in the afternoon. I would have jumped in on this. So I'm going to try to get in this morning. It's a little bit unusual here. Kids are supposed to be in school or not. It's minus 7 degrees when I got up this morning, and the wind just will not stop. It's like you're in a hurricane. It just keeps blowing and blowing and blowing, and I mean a lot, that you can hear it. we have 6-inch walls on this house, and I can quite plainly hear the wind blowing. It's blowing so hard. So I don't know why my alarm didn't go off in the afternoon. I think I'm going to put one on my iPod because I didn't hear my phone. That's right, I was in the middle of playing Racco with the grandkids anyway. So I didn't catch this. Maybe this morning, wait till after 10 o'clock. There's no big hurry on that. And I can say, well, prove it to me, Google. The other alert, the next alert that went off was 3M, and it did nothing but pull back after that. And then finally, SPX. And that is setting up very, very nicely. So we might get into that later today if we get a nice move up. And if we get a nice move up this morning, I might just get into it after 10 o'clock. I know that I'm writing my rules down now, and I do say, there's no hurry or anything, but I'm starting to think now that, if the sooner you get the signal, the quicker you get in and to capture that 1 or 2 or maybe 3 day swing up on the stochastic. That's where the money is, and it's already Tuesday, so we would be getting in on a Friday expiration. So that's what I would be shooting for. All right, I just want to let you know that I haven't been sleeping. Here is, I don't know how much of this that you can see. But anyway, I am working on the trading plan with very specific definitions here. I proofread it last night, and I'll be making those corrections today. And then maybe by the end of this week I can release this, and I do want to do a video along with it. Alright, just to let you know, I haven't been doing nothing. Alright, let's go right to the scan. Alright, Apple, we have hookup, but we don't have a solid red down, so no setup there. AGG, no setup. Amazon, no setup. Boeing, took a pass on it. BIDU, I would consider this a setup if we get a move up by the end of today. This would be a candidate. Sorry, I was writing. Just writing down the symbol to make sure that I take a look at it this afternoon. I think I'm going to go back to, I used to have a watch list that was for today, and I think I'm going to go back to that watch list. Okay, so that is setting up nicely. Celgene, no setup. This didn't quite get to where I would feel comfortable seeing at 67, at least above 70. At least, if I'm feeling pretty good and it's a nice strong trend, that would be good enough for me, but not in this particular case. Chipotle, no setup. Costco, it looks like we might be ending up with a trend direction change here, a reversal. CVX, no setup. Igor, what is this here? This is 69. That's pretty close to 70. No, we're in a downtrend here. Sorry. It's hard when you see so much green and then you end up with a red. It's just be careful about that. So I was a little bit lax in looking at that. So there's no setup there. FedEx, possibly a setup. Possibly. I wrote that one down. Gold. Need to get down to 20 here. We got down to 33. Not good enough. Google. Okay, might get into this. What did this get to here? Got 272. But this is only one day. I would like to see this at least 2 days. 2 time periods, but this is only one. So I'm not sure about this. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. You know, it's not a rule that you need more than 1 day, but it's something I've been thinking about. You know, for instance, like back here we have 1, 2, 3, actually 4 days on this solid red, and 1, 2, 3 days on that one, and this one's only 1. So I'm a little hesitant about that. Alright, IWM. No setup. LinkedIn. And we have a red. So we're looking at a bear call. No setup. MasterCard. Might be setting up. I'll make a note of them. 3M. We have a setup on 3M. And Netflix. No setup. Priceline. No setup. Russell. No setup. SPX. Yeah, it's looking ripe. Alright, number one grandson just got up. I think I left off talking about SPX, and I think made a note of it. Okay, that's a good one for today. It's setting up nicely. And then Tesla. We're in a downtrend. No setup there. And Visa maybe setting up. I would like to see this get down just a tad more. We are only at 31, so I like to at least have it get below 30 before it swings back up. It looks like, you know, it's not, you know, from a price action perspective, it's bouncing off this 9 EMA here, so it may continue on up. Who knows? But it's not ripe for prime time at the moment. Okay, so that is it for today. Everybody stay warm because, man, it's cold here. It's going to start warming up. I believe it's going to be pretty much back to normal tomorrow, and then pretty warm into the weekend. So looking forward to that. The cold is very hard on everything, on structures, on animals, and on people. So we just hope it starts warming up, and I think it will. All right, everybody. That's it for today. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and happy trading.